The investigation into the Charlie Kirk unaliving was done as the most shoddy, unprofessional investigation in history. There was no police tape around the crime scene. People walked back and forth. There was problem after problem after problem. They talked about the etchings on the bullet casings that turned out was actually a staple of the manufacturer themselves. They put random stuff on casings, apparently. 22 years old, was been said to have been in love with a trans roommate, boyfriend, who supposedly is cooperating, who supposedly, along with the father, who's a preacher and ex-law enforcement, who, by the way, the entire family is die-hard MAGA, not Democrats, not any of that, not trans. So all of this stuff you're hearing has absolutely no backing to it, but yet he is the suspect, and it is something that is moving forward in court within a couple of days. So it's really, really important for us to recognize, no matter what, the first person they took into custody, the guy that was let loose, was running from the area screaming things like, "I did it and I'll do it again," and supposedly. And they released him because it was whatever, distraction or whatever. There's a lot of unanswered questions, but the Trump administration, as always, will come up with some written by the Trump show writers on what the narrative is supposed to be and shove it down everyone else's mouths and throats as fact, which is what they do. So as Kash Patel offers to meet Chuck in Valhalla, they have their scapegoat and they are trying their best to blame the left for it. But if you look back, the man who unalived two Democratic representatives and their spouses, there was no half mass at the Capitol. There was no vigils at ballparks. There was no statue of them in the Capitol building. None of that. This is a marketing move. This entire reaction and everything else is a marketing move. And who knows the real reason on why it happened. Trump said himself any mention of the Epstein files will be looked at as a hostile act towards the government, and we will be dealt with accordingly. This is what we're dealing with, ladies and gentlemen. This, in our country, in the United States of America. Do a dive into the political violence and see which side of the aisle most of them are on. Ladies and gentlemen, now more than ever, it's time to communicate. It's time to actually stand strong, stand united. And because I have no idea what's going on with the TikTok and the band, please reach out and follow Revolution Washington on all the different platforms, or send a @gmail.com message directly to me, and we will continue to communicate through all of this bullshit. Ladies and gentlemen, this country will make it through this. Don't know how, don't know when, but we are united, and the 99% will always be stronger than the 1. So stay diligent, stay educated, and be kind. Don't drink the Kool-Aid, and whatever you do, don't fall for the storylines from this bullshit writers of this bullshit administration. We are all better than that.